Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So let's talk about Wish. Not much has changed, but there are very interesting new things at the same time. So it is time for me to update you guys, even though I did a little update on Wish on my portfolio video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Please consider subscribing and smashing that like button since it really helps the channel out with the YouTube algorithm. Also, I have a completely free Discord group chat, which link for that is down in the description below. So when I started investing in Wish back in December 2020, I started talking about it in the channel was way before everyone started talking about it on YouTube and before the Wall Street bet drama. It was when we were very bullish because Wish's numbers lead to a highly underappreciated and undervalued company, which I believe was a very good opportunity. We have seen Wish stock crashing since they reported their Q2 earnings, as it was not the best one so far. It was actually kind of disappointing because of the demand slowdown and cost increases, but it was also an outlier quarter. The thing is that I believe that because of that, they now have a better understanding of this and could help them have a more successful quarter this year. I'm not saying that is going to happen, but it could. What basically happened to them is that they were doing excellent as a company. They were doing very well, even more during COVID as any other e-commerce company, as they saw an acceleration in growth. Even Wish. But there is a kind of connection between their revenue growth and COVID cases. As you can see, COVID cases in the US were high last year until the beginning of the year, but as you can see, cases remained very low during the second quarter between April and June, meaning that there were less restriction, people were not shopping that much online as before, which is why we saw the whole e-commerce industry getting affected. People were not interested in buying that much online as they were not spending that much time inside as before. People were back to their office, not everyone, but almost everyone. Shopping centers were more flexible, and obviously Wish's business and e-commerce businesses were suffering, which is why they missed their earnings, and many e-commerce companies as well. Even Amazon missed their revenue expectations, even though they did see a growth year over year. The thing is that cases are rising once again, not only in the US, but worldwide. We have seen more vaccine and mask restrictions all over the world. I'm not saying that Wish is going to have a nice Q3 just because of COVID cases rising, but with more restrictions, we can see a quick uptrend in the whole e-commerce demand, not only on Wish. I don't believe we are going to be in lockdown as before. I hope not. But the truth is that we never know what is going to happen and what the government will say. Now, we did see after earnings how lots of analysts downgraded Wish stock and most likely resulted in institutions lowering their holdings, causing a much bigger drop. As you can see, they are now expecting this stock to be between $6 and $19 per share in the next 12 months, as their Q2 earnings were kind of disappointing as retention has continued to decline, indicating that they really need to improve other areas of their business, most likely starting with product quality, because unbranded products that can be deeply discounted as compared to branded alternatives means a lower quality for their brand. I do have to say that they already know that, which is why in an attempt to tackle the problems associated with product quality, Context Logic revealed that it will have more branded products or even more high quality products for its platform. A continued focus on cheap unbranded products hurts the Wish's platform's branding due to a relatively high proportion of counterfeit products, and also discourages higher income consumers from becoming users of its platform. On the other hand, a meaningful shift toward higher quality branded products could alienate Context Logic's core low-income and value-focused consumers who might find an increasing percentage of products sold on Wish platform becoming unaffordable, which is definitely a very hard situation for Wish at the moment that they find themselves in a very hard position, needing to make a quick decision. I do have to say that they have already started to increase quality in products, as they are already selling branded products on their platforms. As you can see, if you search for Adidas, this is a screenshot that I took, you will find this authentic brand products. Same with Disney and other brands with nice price as well, but still being branded products. The thing is that they still need to improve, as we can still find imitation products from those brands in the same platform. So it is definitely a constant improvement the company needs to do, not something they will do from one day to another. Even though they did not have the best quarter, the bright side is that Wish has shown revenues to not be completely dependent on the pandemic, as quarter 2 2021 revenue is up 50% from quarter 1 2020 before the pandemic, which is obviously excellent signs, as even though the pandemic did help a lot, we have seen they are able to maintain that. As I have said many times before, 2020 was a crazy outlier year because of COVID, but 2021 is definitely the year of consequences of 2020, which is why we cannot compare year-over-year growth in different industries, as it does not make sense at all. But 2022 would be a more accurate comparison. Still, I understand Wish need to improve certain things, but this is really good sign. Analysts believe the company will have a decrease in revenue of 41% for next quarter and 11.50% for the whole year. They do believe their earnings will continue improving year over year. Also, according to others, they believe the stock is still really undervalued at the moment. If you ask me, we gotta think about the future of the company. If we are willing to wait until they improve and solve all their problems, or believe it is better to stay out, that is a decision you guys need to take. I'm currently not buying as much as before, as it already represents a huge amount of my portfolio. I'm still bullish with Wish, but in the long term, I believe the short term will be very, very volatile, and it is not an investment for everyone, as we gotta be patient with it if we are going to hold it for the long term. I can't promise it won't keep dipping, or can't tell you that it will go up tomorrow. Many have talked about Wish's short interest, but depending on where you check, the short interest is either between 5 to 9%, which is not that high as it used to be before. I'm very, very interested in their quarter 3 earnings and earnings call to see what they have improved as a company, or what is their plan for the future. But I do believe that we will have a more clear view by the end of the year, as everything is so recent. It was just one bad quarter. I believe it is a decent company with a nice and huge potential long term, but it is a risk that you gotta understand first and be willing to hold the company if you believe in it long term, as long as they improve and don't keep having bad years. We also gotta understand that Wish's new strategy of user retention most likely will mean that profitability and positive operating cash flow will take a little longer than expected. As I said, I'm still holding my stocks. I have not sold any share, as I'm waiting to see their next 2 quarters results and their expectations. If you watch my portfolio video, you will know that I'm down 50% in my position, but because I've been selling covered calls since I started investing back in December, I have been able to recover a lot of it, to a point that I'm only down about 30% at the moment. Obviously, it is difficult to see it dropping that much, but I have been here before and most ended up fine. Obviously, the company needs to improve a lot of things, but if they are able to do so as planned, the return could be incredible in the long term. Now, what do you think about all this? Are you still holding, buying, or selling? Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, and you should never ever invest in a stock just because I'm investing in it, as this is just my investment trajectory. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please smash that like button and subscribe, since it really helps the channel out. Remember, I have a completely free Discord group chat, which link for that is down in the description below. Thank you, and see you next time.